Hi folks, Fuzz here, welcome back to Star Ocean 4, and we're going to continue on. I'm going to be taking a break from live streaming while I make this episode, so thanks again for being patient guys, as I do enjoy the new format of making my content. Well, new to me anyway. I haven't done a whole lot of live streaming in the past, but it's great being able to interact with you guys as I play the games that I'm playing. So Star Ocean is something I haven't of course been live streaming because we started off with pre-recorded content. I do want to continue on with this series in the same manner that we have been up until this point. Alright then, so we made our way over to the city of Tatroi here on the planet of Roke, and we did a little bit of exploring in the last episode. We met a new character by the name of Sarah, and we're going to do some more exploring in the city a little bit later today as well. But after those initial cutscenes, we can come outside here and start making our way over to the tent. Now, there was nobody at the tent previously, but after our first trip into the city there, we should find it is nicely populated. And there's going to be a couple of things we can do while we're in the location. And we're going to start with a cutscene.
Well, here we are. Time to find out about these bunnies.
Yeah, she said ride, so I assume they must be pretty big.
I know! Bunnies. They're fluffy and round and yummy looking.
Fluffy?
Wait, you mean like that pink thing we saw in the mountains?
Yep, that was a bunny.
So there's a couple of people we want to speak to. We'll speak to the person outside the entrance there in a few moments' time. We want to start by speaking to the fully prepared man, and he should give us an item here. Excuse me. A glow stick. And then over on the east side, one of these is somebody we need to speak to. Ooh, enemy getting in our way, trying to avoid them. The apprentice tribesman. And he just gives us a tiny little bit of information on the bunnies. And we'll go and ask them for even more here. And they point us into the location of the Elder just at the entrance, which I mentioned a few moments ago. So we'll go ahead and speak to the Elder and hopefully get to the bottom of this bunny situation.
Excuse me? Do you think you could tell us about bunnies?
Korad no Sadra Naloma.
I have no idea what he's saying, Kay.
Miracle, can you make it out? If this is your home planet, it's possible that...
No, I can't understand a word.
My Morphous translator is of no use either. This language structure must be quite ancient indeed.
I guess we're stuck.
Visitors? Oh, it's you people.
You're that girl from...
Yes, you all wear such unusual clothes. I remember you well. I'm sorry, my grandfather can only speak the ancient tongue. But I can translate, so feel free to ask anything you like.
Well, we're trying to get to the Purgatorium. Someone we met in town told us we had to ride on a bunny to get there.
Nonale da has bosla.
Valbani Astra da Bosla.
It's true. The only way to cross the desert of quicksands is astride a bunny.
So can we have one? I won't eat it.
Eat it? Of course you won't eat it.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you have our bunny.
Why not?
We consider him to be an important member of the family. He's been with us since he was a baby, after all. You can't just go handing your family over to strangers, can you?
Of course not. I hope you can forgive us for making such a flippant request.
You're a serious one, aren't you? Don't worry. My grandfather isn't angry, and neither am I.
I'm glad.
But what are we supposed to do now?
How about trying to capture a field bunny?
A field bunny?
Wild bunnies that live in the forests near here. If you can catch one, you'll have your very own mount.
Is that even possible?
Yes, of course it is. Even mine was a field bunny once, you know. Here, let me show you. Everyone, this is my bunny. Usually I let him run free in the wild. I only call him when he's needed. He's the first bunny I caught as a child, and he's still a very important friend to me. All right, now run along and play for a while.
Is this like the summoning symbology Lim uses?
Not quite, Miss Raimi. This is somewhat different.
Did you just hear a voice?
Well, you see, Raimi, summoning is actually a sort of contract, so to speak.
Contract?
Only a few particular beings from other worlds can become subject to those contracts. Limmel can only summon one specific creature, right?
Now that you mention it, it is always Cerberus.
The power she just used isn't summoning. It's more like transference. She can freely move any object she wants to another location. Take warp travel. By compressing space, you can reduce the time it takes to travel a certain distance. But as that distance grows, so does the time it takes to cover it.
Phase, no! You can't start talking about warp or...
But that is not how transference works. Transference breaks down the actual data of a physical object, then reconstructs it at any desired location. In other words, the transfer of matter can be accomplished in the blink of an eye, nearly instantaneously. Even we Eldarians haven't managed to achieve that. However, it's much more difficult coordinating transfers for small objects than it is for more massive ones. Considering all that, achieving transference with just a single symbol is astonishing. That's really the only way I can put it.
I've never seen anyone get so excited about this technique before.
Can all of you use this ability?
The technique has been passed down through the ages among our tribe, and it's our duty to continue to do so.
Is there a particular reason for that?
I'm afraid nobody really knows.
Nobody?
No. All I can say is that our people have always been called the Openers, and that this technique has been with us for generations.
The Openers, you say?
Nobody remembers why we bear the name, not even my grandfather and the other elders.
What's this?
Reins for riding a bunny. As long as you have these, you shouldn't have any problem taming one.
Can we really accept something so precious from you?
Of course. All we have to do is make another.
This will be a huge help. Thank you so much.
So, with regards to the transfer technique...
I'm sorry. I'm afraid we can't teach it to outsiders. But if you were to join our tribe...
I'll certainly give the matter consideration.
Well then, we'll be going now. Thank you so much for all your help.
Bye-bye!
Wait a moment, would you?
Yes? This is one of the cloaks the members of your tribe wear.
As long as you have it on, the field bunny shouldn't be as wary of you. I think this particular cloak would fit you best. I wish there were enough for all of you, but right now this is the only one we have.
Are you certain? Not just the reins, but this cloak as well.
We receive the benefit of much goodwill on our travels. The least we can do is repay those favors, don't you think?
That's a splendid way of thinking. It would be disrespectful to refuse such an offer. How is it?
Well, I can't say it's very flattering.
What took so long, Faze? Huh? What's that weird thing you're wearing?
It was a gift. They were such a rustic and friendly people.
You look really bad in it, Kay.
The girl told me the same thing.
Okay, so another lengthy cutscene finished. We get the bunny reins, but before we go racing off to try and catch a bunny here, there's one more item, or two more items actually, we can grab from a treasure chest inside the actual hut. So we'll just finish off the dialogue here as everyone makes fun at poor old Faze's expense of him. So we couldn't enter the tent before, but now we can. And only in the International Edition, which is the remastered version, by the way, will you get the second item from this chest. So you'll get the Bellwether's bow regardless, but the Dwarven embroidery thread, which is used in some useful recipes of Mericle's crafting ability, is also going to be contained within. Now the bow itself is equipable by Raimi. And it is a nice upgrade actually, so we'll go ahead and throw that on her immediately there. As we head back out into the wilderness and see what this whole bunny thing is about. Obviously, we can't have chocobos in Star Ocean, but we did need something, didn't we? And bunnies are the answer. So we want to go ahead and search for bunnies. But things are going to take a slightly unexpected turn when we do so.
Alright, we're gonna catch one, Kay.
Big and meaty and round and yummy looking. Stop!
Rabby!
So fast.
Switching to capture mode.
Wait!
Raimi? What's the matter, Raimi? Raimi!
Ray Ray? Are you okay? Ray Ray?
She's got like a terrible fever. What are we gonna do?
Raimi, don't tell me you've been sick all this time.
I'm fine. It's nothing serious.
We need to get back to Tatroi. There should be a doctor there. Come on!
That same dream again. Having it night after night certainly does take its toll. I wonder, is my neighbor having a nightmare too?
Raimi.
I'm so sorry.
Huh?
Please, forgive me.
What? Raimi, what are you saying? You don't have anything to apologize for.
Please, don't look at me. Don't look at me like that.
Raimi, hey! Please, Edge, try and take it easy. Raimi isn't apologizing to us.
I imagine she's apologizing to something in her dream. Judging by her condition, she must be having a terrible nightmare.
Hang in there, Raimi. We're here with you, okay?
Ray.
Edge, something's wrong with her.
Ray's hand. It's so hard.
What? Wait, don't tell me. Is it Boculus?
I don't want Ray to end up like Grandpa, Kay.
No, this isn't Boculus. This disease is endemic to Roke.
Endemic to Roke?
It is called stone sickness, and you can see why. It spreads from the extremities to the internal organs, eventually causing death.
How do you know so much about this?
I went through quite a lot in my younger days. But there is no cause for concern. Stone sickness has a...
Yes, a remedy. She'll be just fine if we give her some.
Indeed. Stone sickness was at one time an incurable disease, but a treatment does exist now.
Let's go to Astral Castle via the canal barge. I'm sure we'll be able to find the remedy there.
Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness. Huh?
Sari?
What are you doing here?
I'm staying in the next room over, you see. I wondered what was going on, so I came here, and what a wonderful reunion.
It's already that bad?
Oh dear, the symptoms are quite advanced.
Can we cure her?
Yes. It's just as I said before. If you have the remedy, she'll get better in no time. I'm glad. I think she must be exhausted, in both mind and body. She's so cute, but she pushes herself too far, doesn't she?
Exhaustion? Raimi. It's my fault yet again. If only I had kept myself together, Raimi wouldn't have.
If you've time to waste on regret, use it to act instead.
Huh?
The only person that regret benefits is yourself. But if you act, others can benefit from your actions. Doesn't that sound good? I borrowed the saying from someone I respect.
Phase?
If you feel responsible for what happened to Raimi, I believe now is the time to make a decision.
Let's go then, to Astral Castle. Let's bring back the remedy we need to cure Raimi.
Right, so obviously we're losing Raimi for a short time here. But hopefully she'll be back in the very near future once we've found this remedy. So I'm just going to save my game at this point. And we're going to head outside. And before we go ahead and leave town, we're just going to pick up a few side quests. So we're going to start up at the shops up north and just make our way down. There's going to be a few side quests and a few orders we can collect. We're not going to do a whole lot of shopping in terms of actual items to purchase because I don't think we really need to at the moment. But as I say, we will see what's available in terms of normal orders and what have you. Some of them we'll be able to complete immediately, although not in this case, but we'll accept them anyhow. We'll just see what is available to purchase here. Okay. And that's pretty much what we're going to do as we go through all of these areas here. And we've got a chest up here, but it's got a green coating on it, meaning that we can't yet open it. So this is a shop here. I should have handed it in. There we go. So we can obviously get some pretty decent SP from doing these. We'll hand you the one in while we're here. And the tasty mushrooms we can actually sort out quite quickly as well. Ah, nice level hype. Fantastic stuff. So the reason I'm coming around here is because there's actually a shop up at the far reaches of town with a quest inside that we're going to want to collect. But before we do that, we'll just grab this other chest.
That was a good experience.
Ah, more level hype. So we're getting into our 30s now. Now, don't get too excited. There's a lot of levels in this game. It's not like there's only 99 levels as you generally get with Final Fantasy. There's like 250 levels to get to. But as you can imagine, your party is going to be absolutely obliterating stuff when they're that high. Apart from some of the hardest pieces of optional content, which I'm looking forward to, actually. So anyway, we'll speak to Fez here, who's missing her brother. And this missing brother is part of a quest called The Missing Brother. And there's no orders to accept at this one. In terms of skill manuals, the only one that's really important is this one here, since we've done the others. So the ornithology skill is going to be able to teach Miracle the ability to increase drop rates from birds. So we'll learn that quite quickly, but I'll do it once we've done everything else here. You can also stock up on the chain combo skill manual if you haven't done that already. Something that every character in the party should have eventually. Okay, we need to get the weapons data from this guy. So we need to make our way over to the east part of town, but before we do that, we're just going to pop into these shops here. Just to check for any further orders that could be available to us. And we can actually make our way, I believe, over to the east part of the town from this particular building. We'll just hand everything in immediately if we're able to do so, which makes the most sense. And again, a lot of this stuff we can craft quite easily. I'm just going to stock up on these items that we don't yet have, ready for crafting and what have you. Since we've got the fold to spare. And there's one more shop to go and look into before we move on. There might be two actually. Can't remember if we did the one that was further down south. Okay, it's just past the inn perhaps. There we go. Yeah, we've been collecting Roke on our travels on this planet. So somebody's got that one equipped, so we'll have to leave it for now. Right, the one item that's seriously of note here is the tent. So if you play Final Fantasy, you know that a tent recovers your party completely, their health, their mana, their status, effects, etc, etc. And the good news about the tents in this game is that they can be used just anywhere in the field. You haven't got to be at the save point or anything like that. You can just use it in the middle of a grinding session or whatever in order to restore everything. The downside is that they are quite expensive. So I'm just going to purchase 5 for now. And we'll try and use them sparingly. And now we're just going to make our way back into the weapon shop. And we're just going to go upstairs, make sure I didn't miss anything. Because it looks like there's another shop inside. And indeed there is. So again, we're going to accept the orders here. And you can purchase a lot of weapons, but most of this stuff you're either already going to have or you're not going to need. Now, the bastard sword is one that is going to be an upgrade to Edge, and if you're wanting to complete weapons data, then you're going to want to get it. But we're actually going to be able to get a better sword than this before we really have a chance to put it to use. So I'm not going to purchase that for now. But again, it is something you might want to look into to complete your weapons data. Okay, so that's all the shops visited. We're going to head out into the east side of town at this point. And just on the outskirts here as we come out, we want to speak to this person, the dutiful sailor. And he's going to give us another quest. Now, we're not going to be able to complete these side quests we've picked up immediately. But I do want to get them into our quest log, so that they are ready to go when we are. This is the Seafarer's Treasure Quest. And that's it. That's everybody we need to speak to. That's the shops visited we need to visit. So what I'm going to do now is head back to the inn and save the game. And then at the start of the next episode, we're going to be heading on out and hopefully trying to find the remedy we need to help poor Raimi. So thanks for stopping by today, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave a like. And let me know in the comments section how you're getting on with the game as well. And I'll see you next time. Cheers all. Take care.